Are you trying to cut wood?
Yes, we are. We've got to cut a board to width. It's called a rip cut. I don't like doing it the old-fashioned way, so we're going to show you how to do it on the table saw. Okay, Benjamin, so now we've got our board cleaned on both sides. We cleaned up both those edges on the hand plane and on the jointer. And then we got our faces all cleaned up, one with the hand plane, the other with the planer. Now we want to make our box not quite so tall, so we're going to cut it on the table saw. Remember that line that we had about a rip cut? Because we're cutting with the grain, so that's called a rip cut. We're going to do that here on the table saw. So the table saw is pretty simple. It's a table with a saw blade sticking out of it. And this is called the fence. So our good straight edge here, and it's always got to be straight, to push it up against there.
What happens if it's not straight?
If it's not straight, then you run the risk of it walking away from the fence and binding into the blade, and you get a kickback, where the saw might throw it back at you. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set our blade height first. And if you look down at the side, you can just see 3 or 4 of the teeth of the saw sticking up above the blade. And that's all we want to have. We don't want any more than that. We don't need that anymore. Is more exposure for risk to us. So we've got our blade as high as it needs to be right here. One of the things that's always important on the table saw, or any saw for that matter, is a push stick to push our piece through. This is a proper push stick. You remember we made this one a couple weeks ago. We're going to always start with our board just outside of our throat plate here. We're going to end just outside that throat plate. Our thumb is going to hold our board down to the deck. Our index finger is going to push it into the fence. We're going to push it through. Once our board gets all the way on our table saw, then we're going to grab our push stick and use our push stick. Okay. So that's one of our safety mechanisms. The other one is what we got to do with these, right? What are we going to do?
We need to put on our
earmuffs.
Earmuffs.
To protect what?
Our ears.
Our hearing. There you go. Fire them up.
Starting?
Nope. Stand right there a little bit. I'm going to show you because I always want to be off to the side like this. So if the board kicks back, it'll go right past me. So I'm always over here. I'm always just outside of our throat plate. I'm putting my thumb on it a little ways back from that. And I'm going to fire it up. We're going to cut this down. Now that I'm all the way on the deck, I'm going to grab our push stick, push it in there. When I get about there, I'm going to take this hand out of the way and push it all the way through with the push stick, all the way out to there. Then, being that we want it both to be the same size, we're going to set it here again, push it through again. And we're going to leave those pieces out there until our saw comes to a complete stop.
And if you saw that piece of wood went flying back, good thing it didn't hit Grampy.
That didn't hit us, right? That's right. That's right. So now, again, from a safety perspective, what we've got to do is we're done with our cuts. We don't want to leave that blade exposed. And for anybody to possibly run into this, we're going to lower our blade down. Lower that down, and we're going to put our fence over the top of it. So now, even if somebody that comes in that doesn't know anything about a table saw, if they come in and hit the button, the blade's not exposed. They can't get hurt anywhere by the button. And again, once again, where was the only place my hand touched the table saw? When I'm holding that board here, right? Once I got that board all the way on the deck, like this, we took that hand completely up and out of the way so it wouldn't be anywhere near any of this. So that is how we took and ripped our boards down to the same height. Pretty cool. That's how tall of our box is going to be. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them it's pretty cool.
Yeah.